look at the camera and kind of go back and forth.
That's fine.
Oh, we're live. We better start talking, David.
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go. Everybody, welcome back to GSX 2019. Chuck Carroll, SecurityGuideTV.com, ASISTV.org. My next guest, Mr. David Antar, IPVideo.com.
IPVideoCorp.com.
See, I knew I was going to get it wrong. All right, close enough. Very good. What do you guys do?
Chuck, we do some very interesting things as a company. We're a software developer and manufacture some pretty innovative products. We've won quite a few awards, as you're well aware. And one of our big products that's really kind of hitting the stage right now in a big way is Halo. Halo is a smart IoT sensor that basically incorporates everything from vape detection to vape with THC to advanced smoke detection, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, methane, propane, natural gas detection, chemical detection, temperature, humidity, air pressure, light levels. And then on top of that, we have a whole audio analytics side to it, things like glass break, gunshot, aggression detection.
You have gunshot in this thing now. Wow.
That's the part that are in development right now, and they should be released very shortly. All the hardware components are in there, and we're just working on the AI, the artificial intelligence components of that to be able to bring that to the market on existing product that we're selling right now.
I'm gonna play Ron Popeil right now. You may think it's all contained in this. Here, watch this. Are you ready for the close-up? That's it. Right there. All that stuff is in that one sensor right there.
Yep.
Mr. Producer, can we get a close-up of that? All right. That is amazing.
Yeah, it is. We're really excited about the form factor of it, the actual capability that's inside it, and the future expansion plans for it are what are really amazing. When you install this into an area of privacy, like a bathroom or locker room, we can then associate it to a camera that's outside of those areas of privacy and be able to bring up that live camera after the event takes place in that hallway. So,
because of privacy issues. You're right. So you're associating this proximity to the device. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely correct. And although it started out where it's just for areas of privacy, the market now has driven us into every room of every building in wanting this into hallways, stairways, classrooms, and schools, into hotel rooms. So we're doing a pilot right now with one of the large hotel chains, and they want to be able to use this to be able to know if somebody is vaping or smoking in a room, obviously. But if somebody leaves that TV blasting and leaves the room, they can also know where that sound's coming from. If, God forbid, there was gunshots or glass break in that room, they can also pinpoint where that location is immediately. And then on top of that, with some of the capabilities to be able to determine when the room was cleaned by the chemicals that were left behind in the air, we can actually pick that up and tell them when that room's been cleaned.
Or not cleaned.
Or not cleaned, exactly.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate, right? Because people aren't techies, right? They're going to say, if you can hear a gunshot and you can hear loud screaming or a noise or glass breaking, you're recording my conversations, it's a no-go, I'm not putting it in there.
Sure.
How do you overcome that?
We get that all the time. We record nothing. The whole beauty of this is that we analyze audio with it, and then we just send an alert telling them what we heard, that we heard a gunshot, we heard glass break, we heard. So as opposed to recording that and then playing that back, we're able to just analyze it and alert somebody to what we believe we heard from.
Yeah, because a gunshot is a power signal, so to speak, or energy signal. That it looks like a graph, and that's digitized. That's brilliant.
So it's looking at the signature, and that's the same thing we do with environmentals, like ammonia in the air or different chemicals that might be in the air. We look for those environmentals, determine the signature of them so we can filter out. And that's the only reason that we're the only product that doesn't provide a huge number of false alarms with vape detection.
Right.
We're able to filter out all the other things that might be hairspray, it might be perfume, it might be body spray that might be in the air. We filter out for those, and we only give alerts on vape when we're tracking for vape.
Now, did I hear fire alarm in there?
So you did not.
I didn't, right? Okay.
Although we have UL certification on the device, we have chosen not to make this a life safety device at this point in time, although that is in our future plans.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. All right.
So although this will serve a better function than many fire alarms because it will give you an alert prior to that fire alarm going off. It's great when the fire alarm goes off, but it's too late. You already have a fire. This will show you the rising levels of smoke in that room before that fire alarm goes off.
All right. So distinguish for my little Security Guy Radio brain why the smoke is not a component of the fire activation.
I'm sorry, say it again?
So why isn't the smoke part of the fire activation process? It's not a fire alarm,
correct,
but you can detect smoke.
So although we can detect smoke, we are not certified by UL as a life safety device. So although we work better than many smoke detectors and smoke alarms, we actually are not certified as a life safety device, but it doesn't mean we won't serve that function and be an auxiliary
that's fair enough.
component.
Yeah.
And the difference between us and a smoke alarm is that a smoke alarm hits a point or a threshold that triggers an alarm. Ours shows the rising level and can actually show this isn't normal, that we've reached a rising level before that trigger that might happen with an actual smoke
I want
detector.
one of these in my house, all right? I got to have one, but it is really commercial application.
Yeah.
I got a big pad. I got a lot of acreage. I could see this being useful. If I traveled it, I know what's going on in the house in a different way. What's the entry point on this? Don't give me a quote, but I mean, it's just really more of a commercial application and price point.
MSRP is $1,295,
Well, that's still pretty reasonable.
It's very reasonable, but we are working on a home version.
Yeah.
We're a little ways out on it, but there will be a home version because of requests like you just made, that many people want this for their home, and more so, people want it for their children's rooms for vaping in the rooms.
That's a big one now.
That's a big one. It's a big one.
And is this monitored, and by who?
So right now, it's self-monitored, and it sends alerts to either an iPhone or Android device.
Oh, that's great.
However, our plans for the future are building a cloud application for it, a cloud portal, that we can provide monitoring services and alerting services through that, as well as reporting on trends so they can actually see rising levels of carbon dioxide in the air or things like that.
David Antar, IPVideocorp.com.
Absolutely correct.
I got it right. Excellent.
You got it right.
This has got to be one of the hottest things around. This is
It is. It's probably one of the most awarded products in the entire security industry.
outstanding. And what's your booth number? Now, if you get that right, I'll be impressed. Oh, we need help from the audience. What's his booth number?
21.
Well,
21 something.
21 something. Just look for this out there on the floor somewhere. David, always a pleasure to see you. What an innovative product. It's a game changer.
My pleasure.
Thanks
Chuck.
for coming on the show. Back in a minute here at GSX 2019, live from Chicago on SecurityGuideTV.com.
Thank you.